అవునవును. నేను కూడా అది చూసా. ఆ! ఆ! అవును. హ్మ్. హ్మ్. హుహు. హ్మ్. 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 నేనొకసారి హ్మ్.
Hello everyone, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, hi everyone. Good morning. This is Ravindra, the new trainer. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, yes. You are
Yeah,
audible.
Yeah. Okay. I think team has already informed to you regarding the uh, new trainer. So I'm going to walk through some of the concepts. So after that, the person will rejoin the same class. I mean, because of some health issues, so he can't able to join some of the classes. So I think you already informed, right? Yeah. Can anyone tell me just what the introduction is happened? There any class started or just what the DevOps introduction or anything else we have? Anything else we discussed or something?
It was just DevOps introduction and some brief discussion about the roles.
Okay.
About the DevOps roles and what are the scopes and just and your introduction on how cloud works, what is compute and that's it, sir.
Okay. Okay. Great. Great. Tools also explained. I mean, what are the tools? I mean, related to the meaning. I mean, for example, if you go with GitLab, what is the use of that? Which tool we are going to use? Like that explained or
Tools are not expensive.
okay. Uh, Let me share my screen. Let me know once able to see my screen.
Yeah, we are able to see it.
Yeah. So I mean, we need to work on one of the cloud that is AWS or GCP, AWS or GCP or Azure. Anyone is fine. So we need to make sure we are good at any of the cloud. Okay. Everything will be practicing under AWS, our class. And next one is command line interface that is called Linux. It is very important and without CLI we can't go for practice. I mean, this is very important. Linux. And coming to DevOps tools, Git. It is a source code management tool. Yeah, sorry guys. Let me introduce myself. Yeah, so myself, Ravindra. I have 10 years of experience in DevOps and Linux and AWS. So I'm going to work different kind of projects and different clouds, AWS, Azure, and PCF cloud. So I have different technologies worked on actually. Linux administrator also have worked and DevOps also I'm working and AWS and Azure also I'm working. Okay. Maven is a build Maven is a build tool. So we are going to use Maven tool and Nexus Artifactory tool, Artifactory storage. Sonar is code quality check. Docker is container platform. Ansible is configuration management tool. Docker or Podman is a container platform. Jenkins is integration tool. So with the help of Jenkins, we can integrate all the tools into the Jenkins. If you see here, this is the Jenkins, is the integration tool. So with the help of Jenkins, we can integrate everything. Git, we can integrate to Jenkins. Maven, we can integrate to Jenkins. Nexus, we can integrate to Jenkins. Sonar, Ansible, Docker, everything. And application as Tomcat, we can Tomcat or JBoss. So this is the exam. I mean, this is one of the DevOps architecture. So Jira, that is one of the ticketing tool. Git, we have already given. And Docker, AWS, Chef for Ansible. This is old tool and this is Ansible is the latest. So this is updated one. So Ansible, we will go ahead. And Kubernetes also we can walk through Kubernetes. Orchestration tool. Kubernetes. Monitoring tool as Nagios, not forget about that. Jenkins, Maven. So these are the tools we are going to cover as a DevOps class. Clear?
Yes.
So without Linux commands, it is very difficult to go ahead and practice that tools, actual DevOps tools. So we need to understand more on Linux commands, and then before that we need one Linux server. So in that server we are going to create one AWS account, and then AWS server for the practicing purpose, and we will go ahead and walk through the Linux commands. So anyone having AWS account? Anyone having? Yeah. Yeah, Somesh.
I just
Yeah.
raised my hand because you're asking some question like that. I do have AWS accounts.
Okay. Ankit also, you have AWS account? Okay. So whoever not having AWS account, just try to create account using the steps. So go to AWS console login. So once you click on AWS console, who are having access, right? Will ask you the username and Gmail address and password to create a AWS server. So meanwhile, I will show you how to create AWS account. So once you log in AWS, once you type AWS console login, go to AWS console, create new AWS account, click on create new AWS account. So can whoever wants to share the user information for the AWS account creation, please provide me. I will create one account for you. Anyone need that credit card or debit card? So that will only 2 rupees will debit. Again, it will credit actually. So we need Gmail ID and the card details. Yeah, whoever wants to, whoever interested to share the details, please ping me the Gmail address here so that I can take it forward and create the AWS account.
I think the process is pretty simple. I think we can move on.
Yeah, process pretty simple, but team needs to understand, right? I mean, for example, if you want to see, so you have to give user email address and then verify email address. The verification email will send to the respective email and enter the verification code. After that, it will ask you the address and username and then as a password and as well as card details. And it is very pretty simple. Just go ahead and create the AWS account. Yes, correct. You need your private Gmail ID, not office, something like that. Whatever the Gmail ID you are trying to creating, right? For our personal email IDs, that we have to. Can you share me your Somesh? I can create one AWS server and
I have a user created. If you want, I can share a user details. I am
yes,
user
yes,
details.
yes, yes. I want that only.
Just a second.
If you don't mind, can you open the initial slide that you were explaining initially?
Sorry,
If you don't mind, can you open the interactive slide? I want to take that screenshot. Anyway,
which one?
like that you were explaining the interaction partner, what you are going to explain in the DevOps tools, those that notepad.
This one, no?
Okay, just a second.
Yeah. We'll send it to the chat group. I mean, at the end of the class.
Thank you. Thank you, Ravindra. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. Before going to creating AWS server, we'll walk through the brief introduction about Linux and as well as the operating systems. So, what is meant by operating system? So, the operating system is an interface between the user and computer hardware. So that hardware of the computer can't uh, understand the human readable language, right? So it will convert zeros and ones, right? So it will help you to it is very difficult to understand the human readable format, right? So it will convert zeros and binaries and it will give you the output whatever the commands you have entered. So in Linux we have multiple operating systems we have. So one is a single user operating system, single user operating system, single user, single user multitask operating system, and multi-user multi-task operating system. So what I'm why it is single user operating system or multi-user operating system, single user and multi-user multitask. For example, in Windows, compared to Windows, So in Windows, I have my Windows laptop. So how many people can able to log in at a time in Windows?
One user at a time, right?
That
In
means a
Windows.
single user, single task only.
Yes.
One user can able to
Yes.
log in and one task can able to perform. So examples are Windows or Windows Vista or XP, something like that. These are the examples of single user, single task operating system. Examples are single Windows, Windows 7 or Windows anything. The window OS would be Windows and then Vista and then XP. All the operating systems we can. So coming to single user multitask operating system. So are we able to do it same in multitask operating system with Windows?
No, we cannot.
So
But in Linux we can do.
yes, correct. That's what. So for example, I am logging as a one server. So I have given you same username and password to yours also. So you can able to log in and perform your tasks simultaneously and without disturbing me and without disturbing you. I can able to perform my task without disturbing you. That means single user multitask operating system, and we can create a multiple users and share the password and username to the other peoples, and they can perform their own task without disturbing others. Single user multitask and multi user multitask. Understand? Hello. So single user,
Repeat once again.
yeah, single user, single user and single user operating system. Single task, single user and a single task operating system means Windows. So we can able to log in one user at a time and can perform one task only. Single user multitask operating system in the sense, or multi-user multitask operating system. I mean, single user multitask operating system is also Windows. For example, how it will also Windows come to multitask operating system. So this type of operating system support only one user login into the system, but user can perform multiple tasks at a time, like browsing the internet, playing the songs, and playing the games. Okay, that can be multitask operating system. So first coming to single user single task means can able to log in system and perform only one task, not other task. For example, if you open another window, it will automatically close the window next previous window. That is called single task single operating system. Single user multitask means we can able to log in one user, perform multiple tasks, browsing the internet and playing the games, listening the songs like that. Coming to multi-user multitask operating system, I can able to log in like called Linux or Unix. Example is Linux or Unix. That means one user can able to log in or multiple user can able to log in and perform their individual task without disturbing to others. Getting me? I can do my own task. I can run my own scripts without users. They can able to do their own task without disturbing other logged in users. That is called Unix or Linux. Unix and Linux both. Clear?
Clear.
Yeah.
Yes, yes,
So in
yes.
the Unix, in the Unix principles or Linux principles, so everything is a file. For example, in Unix principle, everything is a file. That means Unix system has a many powerful utilities to design and create and manipulate the files. The configuration data stored in a text format. Okay, ability to perform the complexity task at a time in the multiple commands and in a easy manner. For example, In Windows, how can you create a files? For example, if I go to Windows, if I want to create any file or folder, how much time it will take? You can't create multiple files at a time, right? So if I want to create a file or directory, file or folder, I have to open the right click into the respective folder and go to new or something. So I have to select a folder or something. This is the process to create a file or folder in a Linux. In a Linux or Unix, it is very easy or very simple to create n number of files at a time. Clear?
Yes.
So coming to Unix and coming to Windows and Linux differentiation, can you someone tell me anyone having anyone knows the difference between Windows and Linux?
Graphical user interface.
That voice is very low actually.
It is a graphical user interface.
Yes, correct. That is Windows, correct?
Yeah, for Windows we have graphical GUI,
Yeah.
and for Linux we don't have GUI.
Yeah.
I think one of the main differences is the file systems, how the hierarchy-based file systems are developed in these two operating systems.
Yes.
Compared to Windows system, Linux is more secure. There is inbuilt firewall and lightweight, less cost. These are the main differences compared to Windows.
Yes. Good. Good. Yeah. So some other differences are what I know and what I gathered actually. So Windows is a case insensitive and Linux is a case sensitive. For example, you have the case sensitive and case insensitive. So I have created a file called small capital letter start with R, and I have created with another name called small letter. So it won't allow you to create, or it won't while doing the search or something. Whatever the name you have start with a small letter or capital letter, that exact name only you have to search it, otherwise it won't find us. So in the Linux, we have the option to search either case sensitive, either small letter or capital letter, that is called as case sensitive. In Windows it is insensitive. So coming to one more difference is ins and it is opposite, sensitive. Okay, so next one is the folder structure will be like this: backward slash in Windows, forward slash in Linux. Okay, so the root in Windows, what is the top level directory? So if I go to Windows, if I open this folder C program, this is my C:/. In Linux, slash is the top level directory. So C is the top level directory, right? C:/. Here forward slash is the top level directory in Windows. So one more is the file extension should be .exe format in Windows. In Linux, the file extension should be .rpm extension. Executable format I'm talking about. So while trying to install any package in Windows, what is the extension we are trying to download? .exe format, right? In Linux, .rpm extension. So as you guys said, it is a GUI interface, and this is command line interface, CLI. So CPU utilization is in Windows, CPU utilization is more. It is very less CPU utilization compared to Windows. So it will take more time to create files or folders. It will take less time. Clear?
clear, Ravindra.
Thank you. Anyone having any questions on that? So coming to Linux architecture. Okay.
Ravindra, I have a small doubt. Right now,
Yes.
we are downloading in Linux. We are downloading to M, right? But you mentioned the extension is .rpm.
Yeah.
Like
When we are.
if you install.
Yeah. Yeah.
Tell me.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I think your voice is very little bit clumsy. Actually, something is. Harish.
Yes, Ravindra.
Yeah. Go ahead, please. Go ahead, Harish.
When we installing packages through actually in Linux, we are installing packages through M, right?
Yes.
But why the extension is still in RPM? May I know the difference?
By default, any OS. For example, we have multiple OSs. CentOS, right?
Yes.
CentOS, Red Hat, Ubuntu, Oracle, and then Amazon Linux. I mean, Amazon Linux, SUSE, and then lot of CentOS, Red Hat, Oracle, Amazon Linux, Oracle, Debian. So these are all the OS. For example, these are all the OSs. So in any OS, CentOS will go with M, some of the latest versions are apt, some of the OS versions. DNF is the package name. But if you try to install any package using these commands, M is one of the LDAG updater and modifier is the package. It will try to help you to install the package. Apt is one of the package manager to install the softwares. DNF is also one of the package to install the softwares. If you use anything, the package extension should be RPM 100%.
Okay.
If you see any of the package, let me go to any of the package, Git package download for Linux format. See, if you go ahead and see the thing, app to install Git. So if you see any of the package, the extension should be .rpm only. Or x8064. Then, for example, if I want x8064 only, right? See x8064, gentle. Somewhere we can see. See, able to see Git 2.8.4.1 EPs x86.rpm. CentOS, RHEL, Any of them. The OS doesn't matter. The package should be .rpm extension. Able to see?
Yes, Ravindra.
If you see above, this can be supported. I mean, this package, the extension should be .rpm only, but this package is compatible. This RPM package is compatible of CentOS RHL7. Only this will support. Clear?
That means if the extension is in .rpm, we need to install the dependencies manually, or it will install automatically.
For example, you are trying to install via repository without downloading from the internet. For example, you have already M repository or Debian repository or Red Hat repository, whatever the repository you have available in our VM. So you are trying to install the RPM from that repository. You no need to install any dependencies. That repo will take care of dependency package of the respective main package. So you are that package is not available in your repository. You are trying to download from the Google and installing it. You are the person to take care of the dependencies as well. You are the responsible.
Okay.
Clear?
Clear.
Thank you. Terminal. Shell. Okay. So this is called this is the Linux architecture. Okay. And this is called shell. This is called kernel. This is called hardware. So here this is the terminal. So terminal means it is a application. It is a application user can enter the commands and get the outputs. So what I mean, for example, if I go to I don't have any IP address here currently. I have one Linux server. So that is called terminal or command line. So in the terminal, you are trying to entering the commands. The commands will be ls command, lsf-ltr, ls command, lsf-ltr, cat file name. These are the commands. pwd, m install, git, something like that. These are the commands you can assume. So these are the commands user have entered, and it will go to one by one that I will explain you. These are the commands user entered, and after some time they will get the outputs. The main use of terminal is it is an application user can enter the commands and get the output. Shell. Shell means it act as a interpreter which will convert. I mean, I told you, right, operating system. It will convert human readable format into mission understandable language. So the shell will do like that only. So whatever the commands user entered from the terminal, those it will act as an interpreter. I mean, shell will act as an interpreter. That means which will convert, the shell will convert human readable language into mission understandable language. In simple terms, we can say high level language into low level language. Okay. Kernel. Kernel means it is an application which will interact with the hardware. That means it will activate the drivers, it will initiate the process and manage the memory, process the communication. I mean, whatever the communication, whatever the commands you entered by the terminal, right? So it will go to shell, it will convert to human readable format, and it will go to kernel, it will interact with the hardware and try to execute the process, whatever the commands you have entered. And finally, hardware will go give to the output to the terminal, whatever the commands you have entered. Hardware in the sense CPU, RAM, memory, process, disk, everything will be under hardware only. Clear?
Clear.
Anyone having any questions? This is the Linux architecture actually. If you are clear, I will go ahead with another topic.
Yeah, please continue.
Thank you. So next one is file system hierarchy. So file system hierarchy. In Windows, what was the file system hierarchy? If you go to C, this is the file system hierarchy. For example, user is one of the direct folder, program data, program files 64, program files. So each folder is having their meaning own actually. Program files it means all the softwares, whatever the softwares you have installed. So like that in Linux also we have file system hierarchy. So first one is slash. Okay, just I will give you all command, all the file system hierarchy, and one by one I will explain you. And slash root, and then slash home, slash boot, slash etc, slash usr, slash opt, slash bin, slash sbin, slash proc, slash dev, slash there was slash proc, slash var, slash mnt, slash media, slash lib. So these are the file system hierarchy or file system directory structure from the Linux. So, for example, in Windows, so I have opened any of the folder in my local. So, what is my file system structure? What is my file system structure? So, the ABC file is available under, backward slash inside one more folder called Linux, and then C colon. Correct? Clear? You can't say directly my ABC file is available backward slash ABC or Linux ABC folder. You have to mention the complete path, right? Clear? Or is it true or not?
Yes. It's true, Ravindra.
Yeah. So like that, the top level directory in Windows is C colon. Here it is a slash. So all the files and folders will be available in the backward slash format. Here forward slash format. So this is a okay. It is a top level directory. It is parent directory for all other directories. Okay, it is called as a root directory. We can say simply root directory. Top level directory we can say, or root directory we can say. Windows, just I'm making the difference to understand Windows, this is the format, and Linux, this is the format. It is a top level directory, or it is called top level or root level directory. We can say anything. Clear?
Yes, clear.
Next one is /root. We can say root, but root is available under slash folder, right? So that is the reason we have mentioned complete path called /root. /root. It is a before going, it is home directory for root user. Okay, it provides root user working environment. Root user working environment. So that means if we go to Windows, for example, in Windows, we can in Linux it is /root. In Windows, for example, if I go to this PC, documents, where is my administrator user? Public. Okay, so forgot about that. So in Windows, see Windows C:// and then users and then administrator user. So the admin user, either of the admin user, who is the root user in Windows? Administrator, right? This is the Windows format and this is the Linux format. And if you go to, you understood, right? /root. It is a home directory for root user, and it will provide home directory. It provides root user working environment. So whatever the commands we have, for example, if you go with Windows, so you can able to give access to others, and you can able to install any of the package, any of the softwares with the administrator user. So if you are created as a non-root user, I mean another user, by providing a specific permissions, that user can't able to perform as like administrator privileges, right? That means you can't do it as like administrator. That means administrator environment as a non-root user. In the root user, it will provide as a working environment as a root user environment. Clear? Clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Please respond,
Yes, clear.
because yeah, coming to home, it is home directory for other users or non-root user. So non-root user or other users means except administrator user. All our other users are non-root users. It is a home directory for other users, and it will provide working environment for non-root users. Working environment. Okay. So coming to boot. So it contains bootable files. It contains bootable files. For example, grub is one of the bootloader, and init rd.
In init RAM FS, right?
Yes, init rd. Yes, correct. Init in ram ss everything. RAM disk. So these are all the portable files. While starting up your system or Linux server, these things get execute. These things will get executed, and the OS will boot actually. etc. It contains all the configuration files. That means
Ravindra, if you don't mind, what are those commands like dub and init or the RAM disk? Can you explain those things?
yeah, that we will explain after Linux VM created, because we have init.d, we have five run levels. Init 1, init 2, init 3, init 4, init 5. So that I will explain you after VM created.
Okay.
I can explain you, but that will might you confuse actually.
Okay, Ravindra, got it.
We have five run levels actually. So each run level is having different meaning. So that I will explain you later. Yeah. So etc in the sense all the configuration files. For example, so in the Linux you have created a user, and you have to store your password in somewhere in Linux. That will be under etc. All the configuration files, passwords and DNS values and DHCP values, and then user informations, all the configurations, whatever it may be. Examples are user information, user passwords, and then DNS values, or simply we can say network related information. Simply we can say configuration files like drivers information, all the stuff. We can after created the server, right? Each for each directory, we will go ahead and see the files and directories. Okay. Next one is users. User in the means unique shareable resources actually. Unique shareable resource. Simply we can say software installed programs by default. For example, I have created a one Linux server. So with by default, along with Linux server, some of the predefined or pre-installed softwares will come right by default. Those kind of software installed information comes under /usr. Getting me? So in Windows, for example, if you go to C folder, program files, so some of the predefined softwares will come right if you install Windows like that. Here USR is the one of the directory, unique shareable resource. By default, softwares are installed in this USR folder or USR directory. OPT. It is opposite to USR. That means THI. Third party softwares will going to install to /opt directory. That means whatever the softwares you are going to install manually after VM creation or the required softwares. For example, you are trying to install one Git software. That Git software or Git package is not installed by default with along with the OS. You want to install as a Git manually. That kind of softwares comes under OPT directory. Clear?
Like OPT is same to curl or wget, Ravindra.
Yes.
Right.
Wget or curl, for example, if you want to download any of the package, you can download into OPT folder, because OPT is a shareable. I mean, OPT is a shareable directory. That means non-root user also can able to install into that respective folders. That means you can use this OPT directory while trying to installing the packages. It is optional directory for USR. USR in the sense it is the administrator user, root user. It is optional directory for USR. That means you can use your third party software installation into the OPT folder. coming to bin folder /bin, it is a other users directory. What it contains? It contains all commands used by the other users. It contains all the command information used by the other users. Whatever the commands used by the other users are non-root users, right? Those command information will be stored in this bin folder. Yes, bin in the sense opposite to this bin folder. This is only for root user, super user or root user, super user or root user. All the commands used by the root user or super user. Clear? So /dev in the sense it contains device files. That means hard disk, CD-ROM, sorry, CD-ROM. All the hard disk information will be stored in the /dev directory. Proc in the sense it contains process files. For example, you have started one service, or I mean, this process information. What you have started one service, it is having one process ID, PID, one PID of the respective service. So it is not permanent. It will keep on change dynamically. /proc /mem info /proc /cpu info. These are the examples. Mem info in the sense memory information, RAM information, CPU information you have to check. Proc CPU info. Some of the commands, ps-ef command to check the process running processors. Some of the things actually that comes output from the proc command only. This is called, this contains data, variable data, where contains variable data. That means mails information or logs information by default will be stored in this location. Mails information and logs information will store it here. MNT. So while installing our OS, Windows OS, we are creating some file systems, right? In Windows BTRFS, something like, for example, if I Windows file systems, for example, we have created a new Windows server. So you are trying to do some mountings, right? You know Windows file system types. Yeah, FAT32, FAT16, EXFAT, NTFS. These are the file systems to mount the file to mount the Windows hard disk. After creating the partitions, you have to mount the partition, right? You know that, right? In Windows, if anyone having in
Yeah.
clear picture about the Windows partitions, or while creating the Windows, we have to make the partitions and then mount the partitions, right? Like that, in Windows, how the partition information is stored, right? Like that in Linux also, MNT, mount information. After creating the partition, you have to mount the uh, respective folder or respective directory to the respective partition to store the data into the format. The Linux file systems are ext1, ext2, ext3, ext4, BTRFS. These are the file system types in Linux. So we can make mount the file system based on this actually.
Which one are we using right now?
ext4 and then BTRFS based on the operating system support. Most of the thing ext4 because ext4 is very important, and it is providing more options also compared to ext2, ext3, ext4.
But we are using XFS also, right? Like in most
Yeah,
of the
XFS
cases.
also based on operating systems. So
Hmm.
some of the operating system will support BTRFS, and some of the SUSE will support different like that. Media in the sense removable things, removable devices. For example, what was the removable devices? External hard disk, pen drives. These are all the removable hard disk. CD-ROM. Okay. Lib/lib in the sense library files. Library files. That means whatever the files used by the operating system. That means OS. Libraries, for example, by some of the softwares got installed by default, right? Those libraries or some bootable libraries, whatever the libraries used by the operating system, those libraries contains into the /lib folder. In Linux and Windows, we can call it as a differing naming convention. In Windows, we can call it as a files, as it is files in Windows and Linux. In Windows, direct folders, where we will call it as a folder in Windows, directory in Linux. For example, I have one directory or I have one folder in Windows. This is the folder or directory. So in Windows, we can call it as a folder, this name. In Linux, the folder name we can call it as a different called directory. The pronunciation naming convention it will be different. Windows folder, Linux directory. Files as it is same, files and files. Both the name will be the same, Linux and Windows. Any questions regarding the Linux file system hierarchy?
It's clear.
Okay. So I have one AWS account. Okay. So AWS console login. So I'm going to log into my AWS account. Once you created an account, so it will come like this. Select as a root user, not IAM user. Select as a root user and enter your Gmail ID. And this is my password.
Is it possible to create with the upskill account also?
That doesn't matter. You
Okay.
can create your own also. The name should be just showing as it is, but there is no meaning of upskills or something. We can create as upskills, but in older session, I have created with people's account only.
Okay.
So these are the instances. I mean, as my class. So if you once you log in, you will get as a like this. Sorry, AWS will get like this. So go to here and console home, all services, EC2, and here you will get in the top right side, or else go to instance running, or in the little below down, you will get launch instance option. Select launch instance. Give the server name, I mean VM name, Linux practice. So these are all the OSs. See, Amazon Linux. This is one of the Amazon Linux 2 AMI. This is this is Mac OS. This is Red Hat. This is SUSE, Ubuntu, Red Hat. These are all Windows, Microsoft Windows. These are all the OSs predefined already uploaded OSs. So we'll go ahead with by default one only. So if you launch the instance, right, by default one will select. If I give the VM name, Linux practice session. So I can go ahead with select Amazon Linux by default. So no need to select anything. Here instance type is select T2 micro only freestyle job because it won't charge anything because of free tile. Key pair you have to generate it. For the first time, you have to generate one key pair. Next time, whenever we are creating as a new server, we can reuse the existing key pair. So create new key pair and then key pair name can be anything, whatever you want. Linux practice I'm giving as a key pair name. So here we have two things, a PEM file and a PPK file. So better to create a PPK file. See here the difference where it is making .pem for use with open SSH. PPK file for use with putty. So always go with putty session because in the real time case, we are not going with OpenSSH command. We go with PPK command. I mean putty login. So go with putty, create new key pair. Key pair got created and downloaded into your local, and it will automatically select. So for the next time, whenever you are creating a new key pair, I mean whenever you are creating a new AWS server, you no need to create a new key pair for every time. One time create and use multiple times. No need to create a new key pair again and again. You can reuse the key pair what you have already in your local. So I have Jenkins key pair and see these are all the key pairs available in my local. So no need to select anything. Just select your key pair and launch the instance for your practice purpose. Not this is like AWS cloud session. This is for creating a AWS Linux server. Go for the practice Linux practice. View instance. See where is my class Linux practice. Just refresh the page. We'll get public IPv4 address. You have to connect with public IPv4 address. By default, username will be EC2 user @ get the public IPv4 address. It is still initiating the process. Private I got, public I not yet.
It is showing stopped, right?
Linux practice session, right? Sorry. Linux practice session. We have created new server. Sorry. This is the one we created, right? Linux practice session. It is running. Get the public IP address. So by default, username will be EC2 user @ public IP address. So after that, go to connections, go to SSH. You have one plus symbol in the SSH before. Click on SSH, auth, click on expand the auth, credentials, browse your PPK file where you have downloaded recently and whatever the PPK file you have attached to the respective AWS server while creating. So Linux practice.ppk I have attached. Just I'm changing the size, font size, 16. So open, accept the session. So once you log in, use sudo su command, sudo space su space - command to switch to the root user. So this will come, this command will come after the session. I mean Linux mid of the Linux practice. So once you log into the root user, non-root user, this is non-root user actually, switch to the root user. So see whatever the forget about this command. I will explain you later. So whatever the file system hierarchy structure I have explained you, slash root home boot everything is under slash only. So to check the present working, just I am going through the one by one. To check the present working directory, present working directory or current working directory, you have to run pwd command. P in the sense present, W in the sense working, D in the sense directory. I told you right, the Linux, so we will call it as a directory, not a folder. So pwd, I am in slash. So slash is nothing but our top level directory or root directory. So all the directories will under which directory? Top level directory called slash. So we have all the directories: MNT, SBin, media, bin, USR, OPT, root, boot, proc, sys, var, dev, home, etc. You got it right? Hello.
Yes, we
Yeah.
got.
Yeah. So go ahead with one by one. So first I have shown you the slash top level directory. So we have, what is the meaning of top level directory? It is a top level directory and it is a parent directory for all the other subdirectories. So this is a subdirectories and parent directory for slash, right? The meaning is matched, right? So go to root. So I'm going to cd is the one of, yeah, let me go to the cd command. Cd change directory. That means how we are going to switching the direct folder in Windows. When we are clicking on double click, when we do double click, it is going to insert the directory, right? So equal of the command in Linux cd change directory. Cd directory name. Cd slash root. If I do bwd slash root, root directory is available in a slash directory. Getting me?
Yes.
So if you see, this is the command ls -l is a command to list the directories and files inside the directories, directories, directories and files under current or present working directory. So wherever you are in the present working directory, inside the directory, for example, inside the directory, files and directories, subdirectories, list the subdirectories and files under the current or present working directory. If you go ahead and see the Windows, this is my directory. Inside this is one of the subdirectory. This is inside the subdirectory. I have the files and directories, right? Files and folders. Like that, how we are going to inside the folders in Windows, clicking on double click. Like that only, ls command will help you to list the files and directories under subdirectory, under current working directory. Clear? Cd slash
Yes.
boot. See all the bootable files. Bootloader, grub, EFI, VMLNUZ. This is one of the bootable file. These are all the bootable information we have. Next, etc. ls-l. See, VM information, system information, sudo.conf file information. All the configuration I told you, right? See, network related informations and then host information, resolve.conf file information, DNS information. All we have it. Getting me? Host information, host name information. Clear? Slash USR. See, all the shareable, I mean, uh, software installed. These are all the lib included games. These are the by default included actually. Slash OPT. These are all the by default, I mean, third party OPT software you installed. Bin folder. See, these are all the commands can use by the non-root user. Has been. These are the commands can execute by the root user. cd slash dev. Disk information, everything. AutoFS, blocks, everything disk. See, go to disk folder. See, these are all the disk, something like that. 3D proc, all the uptime information, process information, everything will be under here. So without, I mean, media, everything. Now clear?
Yes, clear, Ravindra.
Yes. So let me
Yes.
go to the explanation. So if you see sudo su hyphen, when I entered sudo su hyphen, the prompt got changed. The complete prompt got changed. If you see, if you observe the difference, okay. If you see here and observe the difference, this won't change. This will change, and this will also change. So we have the meaning of this actually. So this can be currently login username. Getting me? This prompt says this in between the brackets EC2 hyphen user as the name will replace with whatever the currently logged in username. So how to check currently logged in username? Who am I? So root. If I exit, who am I? EC2 user. This is what it is replacing, right? Whoever logged into the user to the respective server, that username will replace it here by automatically. Getting me?
Yes.
This is called IP address of your VM or Linux server. Okay. This is present working directory. The tilde symbol says present working directory. If I go ahead and see present working directory, is the difference having? I told you, right? Slash home. What is use of slash home? Can anyone say? Slash home is a
Non-root user.
non-root user home directory. So what is my non-root username? EC2 user. So what is my present working directory? Slash home and then EC2 user. And I have logged in as a root user. What is the present working directory for root? Slash root is the working directory environment for root user. Is it matched the meaning what we have discussed on the hierarchy?
Yes, it's batch.
Clear? No questions, right? So this is very important, guys. When you are logged into the system, we have to check which user is logged in and what is my current working directory after login by default. What is the IP address? Clear? This dollar symbol and hash symbol indicates root user, non-root user indication. Hash means you can blindly say I'm not root user, but I'm not sure which user. But you can 100% say I'm the root user. Hash. If you see, dollar is a non-root user, but I'm not sure which user is logged in. Until unless you have verified this name, or until unless you have run the command sudo su hyphen check the just observe the difference dollar and hash. I'm trying to log in as a root user, so symbol got changed. Clear? This command prompt difference root user and non-root user.
Yes, Ravindra, clear.
Okay. Thank you. What about others? Everyone is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good, good. Thank you. So just I'm going with system level commands. Okay. So if we want to check the, oh sorry. So one of the command, cat command, cat. These options I will go with whatever the commands I'm giving you, right? CD, ls command, pwd command, cat command, right? Just for understanding purpose, I'm giving you. I'm walk through only one options. So once we dig into the more of the commands, we will get more options. For understanding purpose only, I am giving you only one option, cat command. It is a concatenation of the file. That means it will help you to display the content of the file, and it only it will applicable for files, not a directories. CD command only applicable for directories, not for files. Clear? CD and cat command. Cat command is used to how we are displaying the content of the file in Windows. Either right double click or right click and open with Notepad plus plus or Notepad or some other uh, external tools like Visual Studio, something like that. In Windows, cat is a command, equal command to display the content of the file. So I want to display what is the OS release version in my operating system. etc. It is in the sense configuration file. OS in the sense configuration. OS-release. This is my operating system. Fedora is my ID. Version is 2023. Platform is 2023. Pretty name in the sense operating system name. Pretty name. Amazon Linux 2023. This is the operating system version. Uptime. This will give you the output of the system information, like what is your time, current time, how many hours or how many minutes the server is up and running, how many users are currently logged in, what is the load average or load balancing in this. Load average is putting into the server. Clear?
Yeah, one question here. So
Yes,
if we
please.
want to see the uptimes for multiple, I mean, uptime for the history, is it possible?
Uptime for the history means I'm not getting you.
I mean, past few days, let's say take 1 month, how many times it will up and down?
No, 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 no. It will only give you the shutting down to shutting up. I mean, after once the system is booted, right? That means the
Uh,
server is alive. From that onwards, it will give you the information about not like older things.
Okay, is there any option to check that thing apart
Uh,
from uptime?
no, I think no, we don't have any options. But I
Okay.
have to dig into more. As of now, as I know, not. No, I think.
Will there be any logs regarding what Sai asked? Like any log informations, like who logged in and till what time he logged in and what work he did while he was logged into the system?
Yeah, last login we have. Last login information we have. Who logged in last time? We have the we have the where we have the logs folder, right? Sorry, cd
And
slash logs folder. Go to this. Sorry, cd slash log.
No CD var log, right?
Sorry, cd where logs information will be available in slash where. Inside that log folder will be there, and this is the last login. Terminal FTP or something like that. WTMP. last login only we will get the information, not like who logged in, how many times it is logged in. That can be different configuration. We have to do it actually. We have the option, but that is different extra setup. We have to do it. So history command is the help you to get the history of the all the commands, like whatever the commands you have entered from login to logout. You can see all the commands what you have entered till now. And the date command will give you the current time of the your current timestamp of your Linux server. So if you see Linux system commands, will give you cat/proc mem info. It will give you the what is the memory usage, total memory, free memory, available memory, all the information you will get it here. And CPU info, you will get it from here. CPU info command. If you want to get the IP address of your current VM, if config is the command to get the IP address. If you want to check the DNS values, cat etc/resolve.conf file is the command to get the DNS values. See, if config. Clear, guys, as of now, what we have discussed?
Yes.
Yeah. So tomorrow,
Yes, sir.
same time, we will walk through the Linux commands deeply, what we have discussed, and the more commands also. The Linux basic commands we will discuss. Huh?
Yeah. Can you ping the cheat sheet URL link in the chat?
But I have opened it currently.
Yeah. Just...
I have pinged you.
Yeah, thank you.
No questions, we can wind up, guys.
Ravindra, will you going to take remaining classes or someone will replace you?
Until I mean, I think I can. 1 week I'm be available. I'm taking the classes. So after that, he can continue. We are giving the demos, right? Because of some emergency problems, he dropped it actually. Most of the things Linux I will complete. So next classes take it forward.
Can you please give us a schedule, like what you are going to teach for over the next week? And if
Yeah,
possible,
I will.
please don't inform us a night before the class.
Sorry.
If possible, sir, can you share some kind of schedule with us, like what you're going to teach over the next week? And if possible, please don't inform the night before the class, like all of a sudden.
Yeah, this
For
is
Okay,
instance,
definitely.
today I had planned to go out from today morning 5:30, so I had to cancel that because of this class.
Okay. Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, sorry for the sudden changes in the plan. And till this Thursday, he'll be taking the classes. Till Naresh was coming back, he'll be taking the classes. Okay.
Okay, thank you. If possible, please make a
Yeah.
weekly schedule and try to share the schedule with us. It's so
Sure,
Yeah,
unprofessional
sure.
that informing a night before.
yes,
Sure.
it's a
Fine. We will do
sudden,
it.
right? Yeah.
Okay,
Thank
okay.
you.
We will do it. And if in case any changes in the time, I'll mention it and I'll mail you guys.
Sure, thank you.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
So tomorrow also the same timings, right?
Yeah. Tomorrow it's the same timing.
Okay.
from Tuesday, the time changes like 7:30 to 8:30 till Thursday.
Okay.
Yes, Manish.
Yeah, hi, I'm Mansi this side. I wanted to ask when I can get the recordings of the previous sessions and how many sessions I have missed so far.
So far, we have done 3 sessions.
Okay, so when can I get the recordings and my credentials for Teams?
Yeah, tomorrow end of the day you'll be getting.
Okay. And it would be great if I get the recordings first because I would cover them today, so I would be ready
Okay,
for tomorrow's class.
fine. Today you'll be getting.
Yeah, if the recordings I can get today, that will be great because today is Sunday as well, so I can study.
Yeah, today you'll be getting.
Okay.
Can you please share recordings over the email if it is possible? So it will be easy actually for all of us.
You have not logged in with the Teams Outlook mail.
No, I've logged in. No, I've logged into this email itself, but
You can
sometimes.
no, you can just go to OneDrive and you can just check with that my files. The recordings will be there.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Okay, whatever the recordings, the classes, it will be going and storing there.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, yeah, thank you.
Just a question. When will we get the self-paced learning videos? You mentioned for a couple of tools it is available, right?
I'll just talk with my team and I'll get back to you, Sai.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
After this call, can you connect?
Yes, you can. Thank you, guys. Tomorrow you can join at the same time in the same link.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.
Hello.
Yeah, Tanjil.
Yeah, ma'am. I just wanted to ask you, till Thursday, this Ravindra will take the class, right? For the Linux part,
Yes.
right?
Because of Naresh has been like some emergency operated, so he'll be recovering by Thursday. So he'll be back. Till then, the Ravindra sir will be taking the classes for the backup.
So Narendra is a meeting or something?
What, Tanjil?
No, Narendra is Narendra, the tutor. He's in a meeting or something.
Ravindra sir.
Yeah, no, Narendra.
No, Naresh sir is not here.
Because so he will not take the Linux class, right? After this.
No, he'll continue with his class. He'll join on Thursday, right? So he'll be explaining by himself.
Okay,
He'll
because
continue with,
it's every week the tutor is changing. It will be difficult for us now. That's why I'm asking.
yeah, no, it will be not happen. From Thursday, he'll be taking the regular classes. Till that, Ravindra sir is taking a backup class for you guys.
So Thursday, Narendra will come, or till Thursday Ravindra will take. How you're saying?
Till Thursday, Ravindra sir will be taking. Thursday, end of the day, we will intimate you when Naresh sir is joining.
make it possible, because if it is taking delay, then it will be difficult for us. That's why.
Okay, okay, fine, Sanjay. We'll do it.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
And one more thing.
Yeah, Sanjay.
You shared about Office 365, right? Microsoft
Yeah.
365. In
Yes.
that you are sharing, I can go to my content.
No, you can just go to this Outlook mail and you'll be seeing top of that left side, 9 dots. Click on that 9 dots and you'll be getting some apps. In that you'll be having OneDrive option. So you can click on that. You'll be getting one more tab where you can go to My Files and access the recordings and the materials of DevOps.
I'm sorry, where you're saying?
Now, where are you, Ranjan? Like in which tab?
I'm in Microsoft 365 right now.
Okay, in the web.
In the login page, like in the home page.
Okay, 1 second. You're using in the Teams. Now you're in the Teams tab or you're in the Outlook Mail tab?
I'm in the Outlook Mail tab.
Okay, so if you see left top, you'll get a dots, right? 9 dots. 9 dots. Small.
Yeah.
So click on the dots.
Yeah. OneDrive, right?
Yes, OneDrive.
Okay, so here I can see three sessions. That is
Yes.
saying, no?
Yeah. So there you can go and access.
Okay.
Every time it will be saved there only.
Okay, let me check in a library.
Yeah, yeah. So whichever we share the DevOps materials or the recordings will come and stored there. So whenever it is, you can take the backup sessions or recordings there.
From the OneDrive, right?
Yeah, you can just go to OneDrive and you can access the recordings.
Okay, okay. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, bye.